Yep, trees are turning. Hear the chainsaw in the background. It's that time of year. It's fall. Welcome back to the farm. Glad y'all stopped by. Appreciate you stopping by the channel, subscribing. Today we got something that we're going to do that we've been going to do for a while, and I've been telling y'all we started back in the spring growing the Hickory King corn. We planted it twice. Finally got it. We got videos of us harvesting it, and now we've got our sheller ready, and we're going to shell some Hickory King corn today in order that we can make some masa and we can make some hominy, and those are videos to come. So let's show you my sheller and shell some corn. Well, here it is. Here's our corn sheller. If you've never seen one of these are Blackhawks, and I'll tell you a little story on these in a minute. I actually got two of these. I'll give you the story on that, but we'll show you how this works in a minute. But I had bought one of these, and you can see it looks like a pretty dangerous animal, and I just imagine if you got your fingers down in there it would be, but you can see kind of what it is. But what I did, I'd bought one of these, and I was on Facebook Marketplace one day, and a guy had a picture of this and the box. It didn't have a handle on it. I took a file handle and drilled a hole in it and made this handle for it, and it didn't have a bottom in it. I've just got a piece of wood laying in there for right now. What I'm going to do is mount me a big piece of wood in here. I'm going to put me like a drain in here where it'll go out into the bucket. But let me show you what these look like before they're mounted. Here's the one that I bought, and the story is that these revolutionized the small farm. Now what you got to realize is back before most people had electricity, that they had to do everything by hand, and they started making these in I think the mid probably 1870s, somewhere in there. This company started making these and patented them, and they actually made these until the company went out of business in 1954. Now you think, well, that's a big deal. If you read up on these, this little piece of machinery right here revolutionized the small farm, because they had to take and do everything by hand. Here's our Hickory King corn that we're gonna shell here in a minute. Now, if you've ever lived out on a farm, or if you've ever lived where you had to do things by hand, it's pretty hard to get these hard kernels off here, because this is dried on the stalk. They used this for feed corn. They fed their animals. They would shell these and grind them and make chicken feed out of them, and they would eat what they wanted after they done a nixtamation on it. And I'll show you how we're going to do that before we make hominy. But imagine having to hand shell enough corn to feed your cows and feed your chickens and your pigs and whatever else. It was hard enough to grow it, but then you had to shell it. That thing right there came along, and if you read up on it, it says it revolutionized the farm. They made those things for 75 years, and they still make them in China today. You can buy them. And it's just a corn sheller, and that's what it does. You can actually also shell walnuts with that, and I haven't tried that yet, but I've got that one, and I found this one already mounted in a box, and I gave $10 for it. The sheller itself's worth more than that. They go for $35–40 on eBay, and So we're going to fire this thing up, and I'm going to show you how to do it and how it works. Alright, here we go. What you do is you just take this ear of corn and put in here, and it's got an adjustment here. We may have to adjust this a little bit. I haven't used this very much yet. But you just take that. Now that one there was, that ear there was a little bit long, but what they do is they eject that ear out. Let me get another one here. Drop it in. See that one there wasn't adjusted right. It didn't get it all, so I need to tighten that up for the smaller ones. And I'll probably do that. Run it through a couple of times. You see it spits the ear out. Once you get it started though, you can go to town. I think it needs to be a little bit tighter. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to have to tighten it up. Let me tighten it up and I'll bring you back just a second. Alright, I believe it's actually a little bit too tight. Let's try it again. No, it wasn't. I think once you get it tightened, once you get it set, try that. Yeah, it's still leaving a little bit on there. I think we're getting close. That's old school technology. That still works. Yeah. That's what I'm doing it. And this old thing is probably about wore out. Got that one pretty good. I think we're getting pretty close. Let's do a few here. See if we can get enough corn to make us a batch of hominy. That's done pretty good. I think we're getting time to get there now. That one there didn't want to come out. Now these Hickory King, these ears are so long that it goes down and hits the bottom of the box. But you can imagine, uh-oh, my handle came off. Nut came off my handle. But can you imagine as a kid, your daddy comes in and says, son, your job today is shelling corn. And I guarantee you, a lot of people do. I may have to move my floor down too. I think my floor's up too close. But hey. There's our shelled corn. There you have it. There's our Hickory King. We went from planting to growing to harvesting to drying, and now we're shelling it. We've seen the full circle. Now we get to have some real fun. We get to cook it. So there you have it, the Blackhawk Corn Sheller. I think the patent date on it is 1875, and like I said, they quit making it in 1954. So that kind of gives you an idea. Man, if you was a kid, that'd wear you out. I'm sweating. I broke a sweat today. I actually worked today. But that's our video for today. And hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed this journey with me on this corn. We've got hominy. We'll make some hominy. Mama wants some grits. And we have to do something to that corn before we can eat it. And we'll show you that. And I'm going to try to do it old school. And but hey, thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, share these videos if you would with somebody. Tell them about my channel. I appreciate y'all. Stay safe.